defining. Then after that, I came to know, considering, if you refer definition under section 225, sales price. What it defines under sales price definition, explanation 2, which provides sales price shall not include tax paid or payable to a seller in respect of such sales. Same is the case in purchase price. And turnover of sales speaks about amount of sales price received or receivable. And Rule 57 provides for levy of tax. The word is for levy of tax. If your price is included in the turnover, you can go backward calculation and remove the tax, and then on basic turnover you have to levy the tax. But in my view, even see here the word sales price shall not include tax paid or payable. In my view, it is only applicable if it is charged separately, though it is not mentioned. But if it is charged separately, you have to exclude from your total turnover, and your net turnover would be applicable. But if it is included in the price, then according to me, you can't have a backward calculation like Rule 57, because Rule 57 is for levy of tax and not for considering turnover. Even if you can refer the guidance note to MVAT audit issued by WIRC of ICAI, second edition, page 92. In that also it was opined that for levy of tax only, you should consider Rule 57 for backward calculation, and for no other purpose such deductions are available. So in my view, I may be wrong, whatever it may be, but my view is for considering turnover limit. See, forget about law. Simple example I will give you, logically if you think. Say for example, your turnover is 1 crore and 12 lakhs. Assume 1 crore and 12 lakhs, which consists of 5% and 12.5%, and your sales turnover is a 98 lakhs. As a auditor or as a client, how we will decide whether the audit is applicable or not? Because you don't have the breakup. In that 1 crore 12 lakhs purchase, you don't have a breakup of 5% and 12.5%, because the price is included in that. So in that case, what you will do? Whether you will advise your client to reduce that, because unless and until you know. So in general, my view is unless and until you know the tax figure separately, you can't have a reduction of that for calculating turnover limit for VAT audit. Another issue. Dealer having sales turnover of 93,59,700 and purchase turnover of rupees 88,60,100. The dealer has also received stock transfer from branches outside the state rupees 15 lakh and sent to branch outside the state of rupees 3 lakh, whether liable for VAT audit or not. Now, if you remember, there was an amendment under section 61. In that, what earlier we used to consider turnover of sales or turnover of purchase. If it exceeds rupees 1 crore, it was liable for VAT audit. But there was an amendment by Maharashtra Act number 17 of 2014, dated 26 June 2014. It provides that now you have to consider not only turnover of sales but also stock transfer sent, means either consignment transfer or branch transfer sent. The word is sent, so it means you have to add that turnover in sales turnover, correct? But here nowhere mention of received. Stock transfer received is nowhere mentioned. So even though in the given example, if your turnover of stock transfer received and purchase turnover exceeds 1 crore, but still it will not be applicable because your sales turnover plus stock transfer sent is again it is below 1 crore. So VAT audit will not be applicable. Third is one dealer had opted for composition scheme for retailer for say financial year 14-15. For financial year 15-16, he has collected VAT from April to September 15 under normal system. But he forgot to intimate to the sales tax department before 31/3/50, because as we know, for change in the scheme you have to apply before the new financial year starts. But he forgot. His consultant came to know this when he gathered the data for filing half-yearly return from April to September. What should he do? Because now he has collected the tax. Otherwise, it would be forfeited. For composition to change over the normal system, he has not applied for change in the method. So what is the best way? Either he should do OMS purchase, but in that he might not get delivery challan or other. So my suggestion is show URD purchase from on 1st of April. So he has contravened the condition of the composition scheme. So in my view, he will be out of the composition scheme from 1st of April, and automatically it will be converted into normal scheme. This is not provided in law. This is biomedia I am giving you. Practical approach. Another issue is an unregistered dealer, M of Mumbai, had imported goods worth rupees 1.10 crore and having no sales, whether liable for VAT audit under section 61 of the MVAT Act. And another is, will it make any difference if dealer M is registered dealer and had imported goods worth rupees 1.10 crore and also affected local sales of 95 lakhs, whether liable for VAT audit? So in my view, in first case, unregistered dealer, he is not having registration number. So in that case, if you remember, as on today or even in the past, in BST Act, when you go for registration, whether will you be eligible to get registration just based on 1.10 crore? No, because section 3 provides that you should have fulfilled another condition of 10,000 taxable goods sold or purchased. And even there are judgments, and in this case, since Citus is not from Maharashtra, Citus is began from out of Maharashtra state, so according to me, this turnover will not be counted for turnover purpose for registration and vis-a-vis VAT audit. Even there are judgment of Exxon Automation Private Limited, ASA number 1244 of 1997, 10th March 2000. In that also, for the purpose of registration, imports were not to be included in the turnover of purchases since Citus was outside the state. So in first case, VAT audit would not be applicable. But suppose he holds the registration, then yes. Then he don't have the choice to exclude that turnover, because once he registered, he is liable for VAT audit. Exxon Automation, EXXON, Exxon Automation Private Limited, ASA number 1244 of 1997, 10th March 2000. The firm's turnover of sales for the financial year 46 lakh consists of VAT collected rupees 2 lakh, CST collected rupees 1 lakh, as well as labor charges of rupees 3.5 lakh. There is also a transfer of assets, that is a car worth rupees 4 lakhs to partner as his capital withdrawal, and shown under the head removal or sales of assets in the annex of fixed assets. Similarly, firm's turnover of purchase was rupees 98 lakhs. So whether dealer is liable for VAT audit? As we all are know, for considering the turnover, what exclusion would be there? We exclude VAT, we exclude labor charges, we exclude CST. So it comes below 6 lakhs, because 2 lakh plus 1 lakh plus 6.5 lakh. So it comes below 1 crore. But what would be the position of withdrawal of capital by partner of rupees 4 lakh? Whether it will be included or not. In my view, there are judgments, one under the Income Tax Act, Commissioner of Income Tax versus Hind Construction Limited, 83 ITR 211 Supreme Court judgment, as well as Bombay High Court judgment, Synthetic Supplier versus Commissioner of Sales Tax Mumbai, 30 BST 632. In that, it was told that any introduction by the partner or any withdrawal by the partner will not be treated as a purchase and sales transaction. So considering this, in my view, this 4